Hey everybody, Mark Johnson here, founder and creative director of Able Ape Studios. Back? Yeah, I'm black, and I'm back with vlog number 10. And I don't know, I almost didn't get this one done. You know, I don't know, it's Monday, let's just say that. Also the day just kind of went a little sideways. You know, not too terribly sideways, but enough to kind of get me in a little bit of a funk, a little mucked up. But I'm glad I'm doing this. Glad I'm gonna get it done and get it posted. But yeah, that was Monday this past week, and that's the thing that I just realized is that Monday for me was kind of a result of what happened this past week, and I'll try to get through it really briefly. But I had planned some things for later in the week, last week. So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday I was going to go out and get the, it was spring, it was feeling the spring. I was going to, spruce up my house plants. I have a few plants that are much, outgrowing their pots, and so I needed to put them in new pots, or at least, plan to put them in new pots. I had a few that needed, or at least one that needed to be divided, and so they were going to be put, into smaller pots. So, I planned, Thursday I can go and do that. I can get the help to go and help me out and go do that. I'll hit a couple of different stores and see what they have available, and then come back and be able to put things together, right? So that was Thursday. Friday, I was going to go and get my hair cut. As you see, I have a little different cut. I don't know. I'm still not so iffy on it right now, but that's another story. And then Saturday, I was going to have a friend come down, and we were going to spend some time together. So I had the start of the week feeling that I would get a lot of stuff done, and then have those days just to kind of be able to enjoy the days that I was going to do. So the first day is Thursday. So I go out, got the help, get to the places I need to get to, find some deals, come home with some things. Some potting soil, a couple containers to put some stuff in, just kind of some other things to kind of make things a little nicer. So by the time I get back to the house, the plants that I had planned some things for, I realized while I was at the shop or at the stores that I wasn't going to be able to do anything with them because they were needing a bigger pot, bigger than they had available at the stores. And so when I got back to the house, someone had already come and taken those plants and put them in another pot. And I wasn't very happy about it initially, let's say, because I had planned so much. I put so much thought, feeling into what I was wanting for these plants. One's definitely an indoor plant, so you don't need to put that outside, but they put it in a pot that is definitely going to be an outdoor pot. And another one, which was a palm, I was hoping to get it into a bigger container so it could start to, give some room for its roots, And it's a little struggling right now, so it needs to be given the right situation, and it's outside. And it's last couple of days, since being that it's been in the rain, both of them. And so I'm just hoping that they stay alive, they continue. The rest of the ones that I had now, we were able to divide up and put them together. I was able to spruce up the soil for my Boston fern, and I'm learning all this stuff, and it's nice to be able to interject it, to be able to learn it and actually see it happen, but in a case like this, obviously I couldn't do any of the things that I wanted to do by myself. So to see them being changed, obviously I need to be grateful. I'm grateful that they did that. I'm thankful. I think what they could have done could have been to get my input. It is my stuff. I try to think of maybe some situations where that would have been on their end, if someone would have went and, took their child out or did something to their house without their input, how they would feel about it. I get it. I'm in need of it. I'm saying I'm in need of the help. But I think at the same time, it would have been much, much more nicer if they could have got my feedback. Right? So I go through that, and then on Friday I go to get my hair cut. And usually he's pretty, he's good. He's always good, time-wise. We're always, had a schedule. Today, for whatever reason, he double booked. And so so when I got there for my appointment, he was still working on someone else. Or that person had just gotten there, whatever the case. So he was going to be running late. We had time because, I didn't have an early bus pickup. But then there was someone after me. So when he got to me, the person that was scheduled behind me was showing up. So he rushed through. I told him I wanted a flat top. I wanted something where I could still kind of twist it up on top. And he kind of rushed through it, I felt. But I'm going with it. Maybe next time we can spend a little more time and kind of fine tune it. I'll live with it. I'm not tripping. But again, the anxiety and the thoughts. I really put this idea of thought out there because I don't know about you, but I know for myself, I do put some thought into the things, how I want things. Be it my hair, be it my plants, be it my desk, be it my work. I put thought into it. So it's not like I just kind of put it over here, I'll see how that looks. No, it's usually I kind of think about it. Maybe I take a picture and I'll sit with it. Maybe it's the designer, maybe it's the artist in me, maybe it's the creative in me that makes me want to do that, but that's what I do. So, to kind of have another situation where it didn't get really my full input into it, it didn't really get my full, vision come together, it kind of stressed me. Yeah, a little bit, it did. And so then come Saturday, I was just like, I didn't really put too much, effort into it because it was just a matter of having fun with her. It wasn't a matter of we need to go and do this, we need to go and do that. It was just like, she's chill. So, we planned to go out and eat, and she was like a half an hour late. Half an hour. So I'm sitting there, and then I'm watching all these people coming in and out, leaving and whatever and whatnot. And she finally shows up. And I didn't want to beleaguer this idea of that you're late. She knew she was late. I knew she was late. Everyone in the fucking room knew she was late. So, I'm so sorry. It was like, I didn't want to do that either. I didn't want to keep saying, you're okay, or whatever. So I didn't want to beleaguer the facts. So we, tried to get past that. We finally got past that, got through dinner, and we were able to come back to, we watched a movie or a TV show or something like that. And we talked, just kind of like, cool, it was cool. And then the weekend, got through the weekend, and then, so that was Saturday, yeah. So that was Saturday, we went out and ate. And then come Monday, again, I'm thrown, this idea of, that's Monday. So Mondays are usually the days where not necessarily everything goes bad, but things not necessarily go as smoothly as they could be. And that's kind of what happened. And so here I am, later tonight. This is usually when I shoot these videos. And I'm just trying to not do it. I'm definitely procrastinating. And I told you last week that I was trying to give you guys a little more content about what these videos are about and how to use them. Because I call it Turning Pro. That's how can I wrap this up. But the idea of Turning Pro, is that you got to deal with these things. And the resistance I was feeling, procrastination, if you will, about making this video is what it takes to be successful. You got to fight that. You know what I'm saying? And so, Steven Pressfield talks about that in all his books pretty much. Whether it's The War of Art, Turning Pro, or Do the Work. There's always going to be resistance to what you're trying to do or what you're trying to accomplish. And the idea is that you got to fight it. And it's like a battle. It's definitely like a battle, because I was definitely sure I was not going to do it this week. I wasn't going to shoot this video. I had all these excuses in my head, and it's reason, they're reasonable excuses. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't feeling up to it. I didn't have really anything to say, but I realized I had a lot to say. I had a lot to say. And not only to say, but also to see how they affected me. You know what I'm saying? One thing leads to another, and it affected me. But at the same time, all that is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's just reasons why you shouldn't do it. It's all bullshit. And so if you can fight those, or you can work through those, you can get to a point where you become immune to it. It won't ever go away, but you'll be able to notice it, point it out, and call it what it is, and still get to it, do the work. So that was a lesson I learned this past week, because all that stuff kind of got to me, and it finally manifested itself in me not wanting to do this video this week. So I'm glad that I got to this point. Hopefully I can continue on from here, and keep making these videos, and make them a little shorter. This one's a little long because I had a lot to say, but I don't know, you gotta fight it, yo. You gotta fight it. And another thing I noticed this week is that I like having motivational words around me somewhere. Someone speaking, maybe a friend, but I don't have that, right? I don't have that. I don't have anyone around me that's as motivated as me, that I feel. That's what I feel, okay? Maybe they are motivated, but, saying fruits, I always talk about your fruits. Fruits of your labor. What are the fruits? If you are that motivated and you are doing that much stuff, where are the fruits? Where are the things that are happening? And for myself, I'm starting to see these things blossom, or starting to bud, bud up through the dirt. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about flowers and talking about plants and stuff like that. But I'm seeing it bud, and this is over a couple years. You know what I'm saying? Of just being dedicated to the work, dedicated to the things that, I like to be able to accomplish in my life, and I'm seeing it coming to fruition. It's not a full-grown tree yet, but it's starting. Just enough, the seeing the bud just enough is, peeking through the dirt is enough for me to say, okay, something's happening. It's not time to quit. It's time to keep, if anything, push harder. So that's just kind of where I'm at. Like I said, when I talk about the motivation things, I just like having motivational words around me. I go to YouTube and find these videos and just kind of play them in the background, and it just keeps me going. The motivation by itself is not going to be the end all to be all, but the fact that it's there, and it's kind of keeping me inspired and keeping me mindful of the things that I need to be doing is what is. So I just realized those things just right now. So this video just kind of basically helped reiterate what I've been working on for some time. So sorry this video is a little longer than usual, but I had to explain. So hope everyone's off to a good week. I know I was not, but I feel better now. I'm glad that I did it. But yeah, like we always do at this time, have a blessed day. See you on the flip side. Let's go.